Born July 27, 1939 in Memphis, Tennessee, William Eggleston is an American photographer who is best known for taking color photographs of everyday life and portraits of average people. His work was credited with helping establish color photography in the late 20th century as a legitimate artistic medium. Eggleston first began to experiment with color photography in 1964. In part because of its association with both amateur snapshots and commercial work, color photography had rarely been appreciated as fine art. Over the next decade, he produced thousands of photographs focusing on ordinary Americans and the landscapes, structures, and other materials of their surrounding area. In the early 1970s, Eggleston discovered that printing with the dye transfer process, a practice common in high-end advertising, would allow him to control the colors of his photographs and thereby heighten their effect. This picture of a light fixture stark in front of a deep red background is one of his first photographs produced using this method, and manages to establish the red color as the subject of the picture in addition to the bulb. The image is mainly aesthetically evaluative, but can be argued as explanatory due to the way the photo describes the room it takes place in and creates context for the bulb. The various bright light wires contrast the red and help lead the viewer's eyes all around the image. While color is a main focal point for most of Eggleston's photographs, he also chooses small-town America as the backdrop for almost all of his images. In the 60s, American culture was enjoying a peak of consumption that had started after World War II. Supermarkets, gas stations, mundane entertainment, diners, and malls started accumulating in the deep United States, with a mass and cheap aesthetic that Eggleston then turned into beauty. In this photo, he manages to convey the ordinary glassware on the table of a restaurant with importance and charm, showcasing both the reflection of light through the glassware and their shadows contrast with the plain brown checkered table covering. The simplicity of the image aids in Eggleston's idea that he is interested in his subjects chiefly for their physical and formal qualities, rather than for any broader significance. Another representative example of a picture that is both ethically and aesthetically evaluative, as well as explanatory, is Eggleston's picture depicting a weathered blue tricycle parked on a sidewalk. This photograph gives the traditionally small and common tricycle a much grander presence, emphasizing the beauty and nostalgia of a small suburban neighborhood. The low perspective makes the tricycle seem larger in comparison to the development homes in the background, stressing its importance as the subject of the photo. Eggleston rarely photographs people, his images generally giving a feeling of absence or of people that have walked by and then disappeared. This quality pervades his work with a rareness that leads the way to a disturbing feeling. In this picture, there is clear evidence that a person plugged in the rotary phone and haphazardly left it and its wires on the floor. The phone, along with the bright flash creating dark contrast with the pitch-black doorway in the frame's background, give off an eerie and dreadful feeling, while still avoiding having the picture being absent from human life. It is this absence of human life that makes this image more relatable. When Eggleston does photograph people, there is a feeling of moments stolen from their day, capturing the beauty and importance of their seemingly tedious daily chores. And most of the time, these people don't even know that they're being photographed. This picture is both explanatory and aesthetically evaluative, using the orange ray of sun cast across the boy in order to communicate the time of day, and the boy's casual stance and uniform to imply his employment. The woman out of focus near the back of the image, in addition to the boy's indifference to the camera, aid in Eggleston's storytelling, making the setting feel populated but not personal. Eggleston currently lives and works in Memphis, Tennessee, and his works are held at the J. Paul Getty Museum in Los Angeles, the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C., the Victoria and Albert Museum in London, and the Whitney Museum of American Art in New York.